Hey dumplings, it's Dave Desai. I have a bunch of tea today. We have the more serious one of Jimin's safety and why fans want Jimin out at the Busan concert. We also have Jimin's date with a fan leaked by one of the other members. And of course, news sites now talking about it. I also wanted to get into some condoms that were seen and a BLACKPINK picture that was later deleted. So hater or not, make sure you're subscribed with the notification bell on. Wherever dumplings, he's spilling mug merch, and let's get into it. Very quickly, I want to get into the BLACKPINK pictures. So we all know that Shut Down is happening. This is BLACKPINK's title track, and the members have been teasing the sound and what we can expect for a little bit now. Jennie is notoriously known as the person who leaked a lot of the songs before the release. She created a highlight on Instagram called Ice Cream way before the name of the song was ever even announced. So this time it was no different when she appeared to accidentally leak the Rosé concept photo for Shut Down before it was officially released. Netizens were angry because it quote-unquote ruined the surprise for when the photo actually drops. However, people were still talking about it regardless of when it was leaked or released. So I think that is the whole point, and it was successful. Now, we don't know what happens behind the scenes and what their plan is for this. Typically, I would say these things are held on a tight ship and leaking stuff is difficult. However, giving the benefit of the doubt, I want to say that you can't expect the artist and the marketing team to always be in line. There's a reason why oftentimes an artist needs a marketing team to promote the music, plan the releases, and all that, because all an artist can do is their talent, the dancing, the singing, and looking pretty part. They're not familiar with marketing and how that works entirely, and if they were, then they don't need a label. They could just do it themselves, as they definitely have money now and can hire their own team and keep their own profits, but they still require a company because a company has years and years of experience in the industry behind them. Basically, my point is that leaks can happen if there isn't enough communication behind the scenes with the artist and the marketing team. And oftentimes a leak can just be an accidental leak because the artist may not be aware of the marketing team's intentions. So please stop attacking Jennie for this. Accidents happen and it's not that deep. At the end of the day, it's just a photo, and if Rosé isn't even mad, then no one really should be. The photo has apparently been deleted and taken down, so now the pic is gone. But hey, I am over here like, what photo? I didn't see a photo. What's an Instagram? Social media can either be your friend or in this case, something that can backfire. Jin hasn't been getting any backfire, but he is definitely being talked about. He recently posted a V-Live of him gaming, which is so perfect for him. I wish he would create a gaming channel. Now, if you didn't catch the live stream, you're probably thinking, that's fun. Let me watch it and just put it on the highest volume. Well, if you're looking for your neighbors to knock on your door or anyone who lives with you to be very concerned for you, then go ahead and do that, because the majority of the stream consists of Jin moaning, and that mixed into what is believed to be him saying things that were translated from Korean, obviously. It was believed he was saying things like, stop that, pull that, or yes, just like that, or slowly, and enough to make anyone blush. News articles talked about how this was definitely not safe for work. I was amazed and surprised at the backlash I saw online after articles talked about the stream were posted. The stream is definitely not adult content. Jin didn't get naked. He didn't do anything like that. However, the stream is not safe for work. You can't play the stream out loud at work. If you did, I'm pretty sure your boss would teleport right behind you and ask you what you're watching, or if you can turn that down, or HR might need you in their office. This is exactly what NSFW means. I get so annoyed seeing people offended by articles that are just true. I'm not seeing what is upsetting about this. If someone can explain that. But this brought up an older moment where people also associated something Jin was involved in as not safe for work. An older moment where a condom was found next to Jin and was talked about. And some of you might know this story already, but if you don't, I think it's a funny story to reshare as it's being talked about again. There's no particular point to it really, it's just funny. But there was a photo going around before where it appeared like a condom was found next to Jin, and it was believed to be a king-size condom. It was during the hormone war era of BTS. People were taking measurements of the condom to determine how big Jin's you-know-what is. And funny enough, Big Hit actually came out and confirmed that it was a condom, and then clarified that it wasn't anything that Jin bought himself, but it was something that an army had given him, which I suppose was a reason why he didn't think it was a big deal to put into the stream, because he thought it was just a funny gift. Like if it was something he actually purchased and used, he might have been more cautious of it. But since it was a gift, he thought it could be like an inside joke or something, or just a funny thing. So I do believe it was a gift from an army. Jin also was in the news recently after talking to Jimin on Weverse, and people believe that Jin leaked Jimin dating a fan or having dinner with a fan. Jimin posted on Weverse and asked ARMY if everyone had eaten yet and that he was hungry. And then apparently Jin came into the conversation. However, Jimin was ignoring ignoring Jin's comments completely, and I think Jimin just wanted to focus on answering ARMY. But Jimin was saying how he wished someone would come over to cook for him, because even ordering out food, the cleaning process was bothersome for him. But you just throw it out, put it in the bin. It takes like 2 seconds. Anyway, Jin wrote that he would love to come over and cook for Jimin, but Jimin ignored Jin. Later on, ARMY wrote that they would like to come over and cook for Jimin. Jimin responded laughing, saying someone wrote honey I'll go, as in an ARMY volunteered to go. And then Jin responded saying congrats on your first day of a relationship, or like a first date. And Jimin simply didn't respond, to which Jin wrote, why are you ignoring me? Some took this to mean that Jimin wasn't denying a relationship and that it could mean that he is in one. But if you look at the whole conversation as opposed to just that last part, you see that Jimin wasn't acknowledging Jin. It just didn't matter what Jin said. You know you're friends when you ignore each other. BTS has never responded to any of my DMs. Like, this is how I know we're besties and married. Of course, people took it lightly and imagined Jimin on a date with an ARMY. I think it's really sweet, and I would love to see BTS members take out an ARMY on a date or something like that, just as like a fun thing. I'm sure that ARMY will receive and get death threats, but take me, I'm used to death threats. What's a few more? I'm joking. But I think American celebrities can hold these contests where a fan can win a dinner with their favorite celebrity. I think K-pop idols should be able to do that too. Of course, dating causes a lot of hate in K-pop. I think it's a way for these people to be like, I own the celebrity and they can only serve me. So they hate to see the idol do anything that they're not involved in, which is insane because we're not going to be involved in their life for every second. But since the rise of ship cultures between members, Jimin have been getting a lot of death threats, and such threats have gotten worse involving Jimin and the Busan concert. These haters were threatening to shoot or really harm Jimin once he comes out on that stage during the Busan concert. And fans were really urging either HYBE take action or track these people. But these people are likely using a VPN or something like that, so that would be hard. And then others were urging to just have Jimin sit out, which is an understandable solution, but if Jimin does that, that sends a message to the community that anyone can just send a threat and the member will just stop their career. And then more threats will happen. But I think a big action of safety and a way to ease the concern is that you should feel safe knowing that the Free Busan concert will be held in a stadium. It's not a park area or anything that is open. It is still ticketed and in a stadium with metal detectors, security, and probably very difficult for a hater to get tickets, as it'll likely be a bloodbath for ARMYs to get tickets. But anyway, let me know what you think about all this. Do you think Jimin should be removed from the Busan concert over safety? What do you think about the funny joke of Jimin having a dinner date with an ARMY? How do you feel about the Jin condom thing? And how do you feel about Jennie allegedly leaking the concept photo of Rosé? Let me know what you think. Make sure you check out my Patreon for more videos, link down below. Thank you for this lovely comment right here. Love you, bye.